show is Africa Daily on Africa Global Radio, and I am Barry Musa. Listen to the show live on africaglobalradio.com. Coming up next is Headlines Across Africa with Epi.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
So today we're going to Mauritius, we're going to Sierra Leone and Djibouti. So starting from Mauritius, we'll be reading from the L'Express Mood newspaper.
Okay. All right.
And the headline says, opposition leader, PMSD not in favor of Alvin Bolet's registration.
Okay.
Actually, resignation.
Oh, too bad. Too bad. Well, let's hear it anyway.
So the Mauritian Social Democratic Party, let's just stick to PMSD,
Okay.
convenes its political office from 3:30 p.m. on Monday, 1st March, and the aim is to review the latest development on the political scene. Now, the Blues, they have learned, are against the resignation of Alvin Bolel as the leader of the opposition. The PMSD wants to camp on its position of last week that Alvin Bolel remains the leader of the opposition, but for the position of the possible prime minister in an opposition alliance,
Right.
it takes someone other than Navin Ramgoolan.
Okay.
That's all the story.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they just want to register their disfavor.
Okay. Right. Where we're going next?
We're going to Sierra Leone, where we're reading from the Sierra Leone Telegraph, and the headline says, Winch Energy secures largest funding to establish solar mini-grids in Uganda and Sierra Leone.
You know, if you find yourself in Nigeria, or for those of us who've been to Nigeria before, when you say winch, it's like,
Yeah.
winch.
Yeah.
You know what it means, right? Anyway, tell us about it.
So, leading off-grid utilities provider Winch Energy has
Right.
actually completed the funding for solar mini-grid projects in 49 villages across Uganda
Right.
and Sierra Leone through the creation of a new platform, Winch Energy IPP Holdings Limited.
Right.
Now, the deal represents the largest mini-grid financing portfolio to date, bringing together several major players in the off-grid space, and it was finalized on 29th January 2021.
Yeah.
So, Winch Energy is owned by Total Iran. Yes.
Okay. You mean
Now-
the oil company, Total?
No.
Iran? Oh, okay. All right.
So, the investment comes from the Winch Energy Limited in partnership with Neot Off-Grid Africa. It's a
Okay.
platform that was established by Meridian.
Yeah.
And Neot Off-Grid Africa is supporting and accelerating Africa's energy transition. And they've already invested more than 30 billion euros in the
Okay.
electrification of 25,000 homes and businesses in Ivory Coast and Nigeria.
Nice. All right.
Well, there's a story coming from the Sierra Leone Telegraph in Sierra Leone.
Good.
Energy is good. I'm hoping that as time goes on, we'll be reading more energy stories, but we'll not be having our source coming from external places in terms of finances.
Right. And not only that, but also looking to, get more clean energy into the system. Very important, renewable stuff. Right.
Well, the final one is in Djibouti, and it's from the La Nation newspaper. And the headline says, Inauguration of the Women's Empowerment Center in the Dikil region.
Okay.
So as part of the preparations for Women's Week, the Minister of Women and Family, in collaboration with UNFD, inaugurated the Women's Empowerment Center in the City of Unity.
Right.
The delegation, led by the Minister of Women and Family, was received upon her arrival in Dikil by the prefect of the region, Aden Musa Darar, and the president of the regional council, Abdurrahman Yunis Are. Now, the center aims to empower women in the region and is made up of several offices, namely the Gender Office, Social Assistance, and the UNFD Office.
Okay. Right.
The Minister of Women was accompanied on this occasion by UNFD Vice President Hasna Homed Bilil. The UNFD Secretary General Fatuma Musa, Social Affairs Minister Muna Usman Aden, and women parliamentarians from the region. Now, at the end of the inauguration ceremony, the delegation held talks with the region's women's group. Discussions focused on a number of topics that included women's empowerment and access to basic public service for women and families.
Right. Okay.
Now, the delegation then handed over materials to associations such as school bags, sewing machines, radios, and office equipment. In addition, 10 of the region's most vulnerable women each received funding to create income-generating activities.
Okay.
That's all we have coming from the La Nation newspaper in Djibouti. And that brings us to the end of Headlines Across Africa.
The show was Africa Daily on Africa Global Radio. Thank you, Epi, for that.